Welcome and welcome back, everybody, to the Okay Grognard Show. Today is Wednesday, July 1st, 2026, 10 a.m. Central in beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And we're going to do a channel update. It's the last show before the regular summer hiatus. That is the basically July. Every July we take a break and then come back on the other side, which is nice for me because it gives me a little respite from the schedule, the grind. It's not a grind. There's no grind. There's no grind to doing these shows. These are fun. And maybe the regularity of them. So why do them? Because I enjoy doing them. And you know, as I spend less time at the store, I find I have more time for these. Do I do longer shows? I don't know. Typically, what I would say at this point is I'll be gone for 4 weeks for the summer hiatus, and then I'll be back with the second half of the year, second half of the season 7 of the Okay Grognard Show. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. This is going to be the last episode of the Okay Grognard Show. Because I'm adjusting the format. That is to say, I'm just not calling it the Okay Grognard Show anymore because it's going to be the Okay Grognard Network. What does that mean? Well, it means several things. It means I'll continue to do Wednesday shows. I'll just do them as the OS Watch. It'll be stuff involved in Lake Geneva, events, old school stuff. I got Mike. Mike's in the chat. Yeah, I'm not quitting doing them. I'm just changing things a little bit. The rules content will now be done on Sundays under the auspices of guidelines. David Pancake doing the honors on the artwork over there. That, of course, is part of the background that I use in the regular show now. On Wednesday, the OS Watch will be everything that isn't rules or periodicals. So we'll still keep that focus mainly on first edition Dungeons and Dragons and adjacent content. And, of course, there'll be some original D&D content in there as it relates to that transition I made when I first started using First Edition, straight out of Original Edition. And we've got Dean Spencer artwork for the Watchtower and for the Dragon on the Right, which will be a Friday show that covers periodicals. Of course, Dragon Magazine, chief among them, but we'll go back to the strategic review and we'll look at old newsletters and we'll look at OS zines. We'll look at whatever other old school stuff fits the bill and enhances first edition games. But these will be the 3 shows that we do. There'll still be that 15 to 20 minute, 10 to 15 to 20 minute shows. You know, it'll depend on the subject and how much we have to say and how much we have to cover. But I don't see these shows going beyond 20, 25 minutes tops because I don't want them to be that long. I like the format we're using now. I like the ability to stretch it a little bit. I like the ability to have multiple shows on a single subject. And got a few already in the works that I've been thinking about. But yeah, the Okay Grognard Network will be what we'll be calling this going forward. And these 3 shows, the guidelines, the OS Watch, and the periodicals, will cover just about everything else we do. Now, of course, we'll still be looking at some of that Appendix N stuff, which I guess will go under OS Watch because it's not straight up guidelines, rules / content, and it's not out of periodicals. So we've got that. But the conventions that happen here in town, the other events that happen here in town, the various sights and scenes, the stuff at the museum, the library, announcements for various goings on, like the upcoming Gygax Memorial Table, Dragon Days Festival, EGG Con. That's coming up later this month. We'll talk about that more on the show as we get closer and afterwards, because, yeah, you know what? We're not really going to take a full hiatus. We're going to spend what would have been the summer hiatus working on the new formats, tooling around, messing around. We'll still be covering all of those first edition rules, guidelines show on Sunday. That's the one. That's where those will be covered. So keep an eye out for those. But it'll be nice to be able to do some stuff on Dragon Magazine content and not be rushed to do it because I need to get back to other rules content. Because I can do plenty of stuff on those 9 books for years and years and years to come, because we like to do deep dives. We like to examine things more closely. We do sections at a time. And we'll build up some playlists like we have been that'll cover sections, multiple episodes that cover a larger section will be under one playlist. The periodical stuff, same thing, because some of the articles in Dragon Magazine and in the Strategic Review and in other periodicals we'll be covering will definitely be multiple episode coverage. So some of those will get their own playlists. So keep an eye on the playlists as things go forward if you ever want to go back and look for stuff. We're going to adjust the naming convention. I had a couple of people point out to me that it's kind of hard to search some of that. And although the episode and the names and numbers are one thing, I think we're going to make some adjustments to that. We'll tool around with that over the hiatus too and figure out a way to make it easier to search them up and to find them, or to just scroll through them and see what's there. I'm not going to go back and change the names of 560 whatever for episodes, 565 if we count today. I'm not going to go back and rename all of them. That's a chore for a different grunt, and that grunt ain't me. So look for new stuff going forward, and hopefully it will appease some of the people that are interested in seeing a little more intuitive and thematic names rather than episode titles for the various videos. So that's one of the things we'll be addressing. And was there something else? No, I don't think so. Let's close it there. And hopefully we'll see everybody very soon with whole new things. So what do we got? We got this has been the channel update. This has been the last Okay Grognard show under that title. In the future, shows are recorded on Twitch most Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then uploaded to YouTube for convenient streaming. Notice it doesn't say 10 a.m. anymore. Got to be more flexible with that so I can do more with it. I still thank you to all who watch and support my efforts. Please back the channel, even at the free level on Patreon. It would be a great help to me. And join such illustrious other folks as Tom Tullis of Fat Dragon Games, Carlos Slicing of Castle Entertainment, Heath Farndon of the Antipodean D20, so many others. They're all listed here. Feel free to pause and read them all. Hopefully that list will grow, and reading it getting a little tough for my vocals, and it also takes up a big chunk of the video. So I'll just say, please pause, look over the whole list, thank everybody with me, and it'll be very much appreciated. And don't forget, the Okay Grognard Network will now exist as 3 shows, most weeks, all 3. Some weeks maybe just 2 or 1, but we'll have guidelines on Sunday. We'll have the OS Watch on Wednesday. And we'll have a periodical show on Friday. Thank you so much, everybody, and it's very much appreciated. Have a great day from the OK Grognard Show. Bye-bye.